In one of my recent posts sa akong social media, I welcome StarLink. And from that time on, a lot of people asked me, those people who came across my feed, as to the performance of the device. So, eto na nga. I am doing this video as a review. I'll also be sharing my experiences of previous internet services that made me consider StarLink and some things to consider before purchasing the device, StarLink. By the way, this is my first video that I will be speaking. Vlogs ko before about my bike destinations and a few bakasyon, I don't talk much. Una, what is StarLink? There are a lot of digital sources na pwede mo bisitahon to know the product in detail. But to simply put it, StarLink is an internet service direct from outer space. Yun. Ibig sabihin, your internet source is not dependent on cables and cell sites. It is a connection between your StarLink dish and the more than 3,000 satellites of SpaceX that is even rapidly increasing in number. At eto na nga, dumating yung StarLink ko a week earlier than I expected. Madali lang to i-set up. In fact, I will be setting it up myself kasi may mga racket ang mga sakristan ko. The StarLink kit comes with the following: the mounting base, the StarLink antenna or dish. There is also a brief setup guide included, the StarLink Wi-Fi router, some paperwork, and also includes the 50-feet StarLink cable and the AC power cord. And that's it. Ilalagay natin ang StarLink antenna or the StarLink dish here, dito sa corner na to. By the way, here's the church pala that I serve. Since we will be placing it sa corner, hindi akma yung kasama niyang mounting base. So I asked a friend na welder to fabricate or customize a bracket for me. Nakakasya yung satellite dish or antenna ng StarLink. Una, gamitan muna natin nito para ma-straight yung line. Iakit na natin siya sa taas. Ngayon, magbubutas naman tayo gamit ang drill. Make sure na kasya yung drill bit sa laki ng tox na ilalagay natin sa wall. Ngayon, natapos na natin ikabit ang bracket. Susunod naman natin ngayon ang setup ng StarLink. Unahan natin ikabit yung satellite. Ito na yung satellite ni StarLink. Magamit taog mas taas na hagdan. And then higpitan natin ang screw. Higpitan pa natin yung screw. Gamitan na rin natin ng cable ties para yung wire ay maging stable. Ngayon, gamitan naman natin ng tacker para ma-fix natin ang wire sa gilid ng kisame. At ayun, tapos na nga yung outdoor installation natin. Susunod naman natin ngayon ang indoor setup. Ito nga, ready na ang ating Wi-Fi router. Una natin ikakabit ang connection for our internet cable. Since gamit ako ng access point na separate, I purchased this separate gadget, yung LAN adapter niya. So ikabit na natin yung wire from the satellite dish. And then afterwards, the power cable. The power indicator will light. And then, we open the StarLink app. Sundan lang natin yung instructions. No need to worry pala kung saan nakapoint ang satellite dish. The StarLink antenna will automatically calibrate itself towards the satellites above. Honestly, I was surprised with the speed test results. It went beyond 150 Mbps scale kahit na initialization phase pa lang ng device. It even reached more than 200 Mbps with Ookla speed test. Now, what made me consider StarLink? To give you an idea, my location is far from the city and from places serviced by mainstream telecommunications company. Thankful ako sa third-party internet service provider that made my access to the internet possible. I am working in the social media and the digital stuff of the Archdiocese. Ang problema is, the connection keeps on dropping from time to time. Sometimes, bigla na lang babagal ang connection. If not, technical problems like naputol ang linya somewhere. Not to mention is the price, which is more costly than the mainstream service provider, which I think is justice naman for their service and maintenance. But with StarLink, since wala siyang cables, putol na linya will not be a problem. It will be avoided. I also get fast internet speeds up to 200 Mbps for half the price I pay for 150 Mbps connection. At napansin ko, mabilis na rin ang loading ng mga CCTV cameras ko in my location and also in other devices. Eto, what to consider before subscribing to StarLink. First, check your location. The StarLink app is free to download online. With the app, you can verify first if your location is favorable to StarLink. Dapat walang obstruction between the StarLink dish and the skies. Kahit kaunti. And that's it. With StarLink, for now, I can say StarLink is a good investment. Fast satellite internet 24/7. I will give you updates if I encounter problems with this device, the StarLink. God bless. Goodbye.